Welcome back to Take a Pitch. It's
Oh man,
playoffs.
what a wild card round, man.
Yeah.
You know, I know we all hate the expanded playoffs, hate the concept of it, but the wild card round didn't really disappoint.
I wouldn't say I hate it personally.
You hated the fact that the Mets couldn't get in with 16. I know that.
No, rather than I see. The thing is, this year I did not want them to get in.
Yeah,
I did because I'm a Mets fan, but
right,
but
LFGM
didn't because I wouldn't want a cheap World Series win.
Right. Before we get into all that, just so that everybody knows, our Fuck Cancer merch still up, still going to charity portions of that. This is what the sticker looks like. Came a little bent in the packaging. Fuck Cancer, guys. I mean, listen, great cause, great merch. We're still waiting for our shirts to come through, but listen, it should be here any day. And go get yours. Link in all of our bios, our socials. It's in the link tree. It's the first link, right? I believe you put it at.
Yeah, top link.
Top link on Linktree on all our socials. If you don't get one, you hate titties. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's breast cancer awareness merch. I got it right that time. Yeah, so let's raise some money and help us out with that. That's my bit there. I mean, don't think I missed anything there, did I?
All right, proceed.
What, was I lagging?
No. My fucking cord got knocked a little bit, so I couldn't hear you.
Gosh. I said save the titties. Yeah. You got the gist of it.
Yeah.
Breast cancer awareness merch. Go get it today. Also, a little update to our ad. We'll play it now. Thrive Fantasy is now going to give you $50 bonus on your first deposit of 20 or more. So they'll match the 20 and give you an extra 30.
Yeah.
Can't say no to that.
Yeah.
Player props week 4 NFL. I know NFL is big right now. Maybe they'll I think they're doing playoffs for baseball. Go sign up Thrive Fantasy. Use code TAP20 and deposit $20 or more. You get $50 free to play.
Yep.
So now that we got all the the pageantry, or not even the pageantry, the contractual obligations out of the way.
Yeah.
The bullshit.
I got the obligations out of the way. Now time to talk about
baseball. Thank God.
National League and American League wild card series.
Series, yes, not game. Series.
Yeah. 3 game sets.
Listen, San Diego didn't disappoint. St. Louis did not disappoint.
Yeah, good series.
And then over in the AL, it was the White Sox and A's that did not disappoint, really.
Yeah, that was definitely the best series.
Yeah.
In the American League.
And we said that was one of our 2 series to watch in the American League too.
None of those were my favorite game though.
What was your favorite game? Was it the long ass Yankee Indians one?
Indians.
Really fucking torturous long one?
Yep. The 2 rain delays. It was very reminiscent of that World Series.
Yeah. Yep.
2016 World Series.
Yeah.
Game
7, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, my guy to watch, James Karinchak, blew it. I'll take the L on that one.
He was your guy to watch? I don't even remember who my guy to watch was.
No, I think you had a Marlin.
I didn't. I switched it. I was going to pick Monty Harrison, but then I switched it. I don't remember to who.
Right, and then the AL you had, I forgot who you had in the AL.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But, how about that? Yeah, I mean, first off, that game was phenomenal. Didn't go the way I wanted it to.
Yeah.
But I got $10 out of 𝒂𝒌. So, hey, listen, you know how I am with this shit. I have the screenshots to prove it. Hey, listen, don't make bets you ain't gonna hold up to. Anyway, the Yankees did not disappoint, though. I mean, 𝒂𝒃 was scared. Listen, and he had a right to. The Yankees were a team giving their fans nervous fits.
Yeah.
Then they go out and score 22 runs in 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's, to me, I feel like this whole season was kind of a fluke, if you want to call it that. It's just kind of one of those weird years where nothing went right.
Okay.
Doesn't really count, but it counts obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So like Yankee fans being worried about a 60-game stretch, it's the playoffs. October's when the Yankees are the Yankees. I mean, the Astros are the Astros. They fucking cleaned house with the Twins.
Or were the Twins the Twins?
Again, it's October.
They've lost how many games now
18.
in a row? 18 straight playoff games, which is a record.
Yep.
Is it a record among all major league sports? I think it is.
I think so. I think it's a North American sports record.
Yeah.
Or Big Four kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a good look for the Twins.
Tough.
I mean,
Very tough.
I wonder what it is.
The thing is, though, what's his name? Maeda pitched very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's that postseason experience, and the Twins, still a very young team, lack significant postseason experience. It's one game from the wild card games, They lack significant experience in postseasons, whereas the Astros have been there the past 4 or 5 years. That we all people talk about experience matters in the playoffs, and that's just one of those series that shows you just how much.
Of course it does. Yeah.
And I think that was, despite the fact there's no crowd, there's, they were playing 3:00 games. It's kind of a weird time. 2:00 games or 12. They were playing these weird times, and
yeah,
these are weird situations. But regardless, it's a different type of pressure. You got to rise to the occasion. The Astros did that.
They played at 110.
Did they?
First game. Second game, 12:09.
Yeah, they were 12:00. Yeah, so normal times, I guess.
Normal-ish. I mean, teams don't really play the noon games anymore, but
it's like camp day.
Yeah, which, maybe once a summer.
Fucking camp day, man. Yeah, listen, that was a violent series to watch. Just was not pleasant for Twins fans.
They just didn't hit. You know that the Twins win on their home run, and they didn't hit home runs.
And they die on the home run.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yep.
Jose Urquidy pitched a gem in Game 2 and stepped up and we said the pitching in Houston was gonna be the biggest question mark.
Yeah.
Urquidy stepped up after stepping up last year in the playoffs too.
Yep.
And then you and Mike, you picked the Marlins. Nice clean win there.
Yep.
How about, hang on, let's just real quick. How about the Central going sending 7 teams?
0-7. Yep.
0-7.
Yep.
And we talked about it.
Almost half the teams. And
we talked about this, especially with the Cy Young. Bauer faced teams that didn't hit, and the Reds, first team in Major League history to lose a playoff series and get without scoring a run.
Yep.
Took me a while to say that one.
All right. Yeah.
But
you're right though.
It's
what happened.
Obviously, you're not going to vote on the Cy Young in the playoffs. That's not how it works. But it just proves that point that these guys didn't hit, so you're not gonna. It's gonna be easier for pitchers. Yep. Whereas the Marlins, the Yankees, the Braves, they all scored runs.
Yeah.
The Rays, they all scored big time runs, and these are the teams that. And I'm not going to get back into the Blue Jays. I'm not going to get back into this discussion real quick, but that's those teams that Jacob deGrom faced, and
No, you're right though. No, we can touch on this. Is Shane Bieber? We didn't even talk about that.
Fuck up.
Lit up beyond lit up.
Yeah.
It was
7 4 2/3.
He gave up. Yep, 7 exactly. 7 strikeouts, gave up only 2 home runs, but 9 hits.
7 strikeouts,
2 walks.
It's the walks that probably killed him too.
2 walks.
2 walks, 2 homers.
Giving up 7 runs. I think it's a little bit more than just the 2 walks. It's a lot more than just the 2 walks. Maybe they added to it.
If I remember correctly, though, one of the walks was in a big spot. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but
you go to the summary and look it up, I'm sure, but I mean, regardless, that's what I was saying last week, is that it, it didn't really, not that they didn't impress me. No matter what, Shane Bieber and Trevor Bauer, very impressive what they did.
Fantastic seasons.
Very, very impressive. But when you look at it now, Shane Bieber, first time facing a team out of the Central, which was pretty weak to say the least as a whole. I mean, there were 3 really good hitting teams, if that.
One of them was the Indians.
Not kinda, not really.
I think they were league average, weren't they?
Most of them were hitting low 200. A lot of them. I mean, they're clutch. They're very clutch hitters.
Right, I'm talking about an OPS
hitters,
plus. An OPS plus.
I don't know, honestly.
I think they were around league average, but
couldn't tell you. But regardless, I'm talking about the White Sox and Twins, really,
right.
And yeah, that's really it. I mean, it brought us back to earth. Brought us back to earth with both of them. Even though Bauer did go out and shut down the Braves.
He fucking shoved.
But not only that, Max Fried also looked like a genius. Yeah. And you could argue it was just as good of a pitching performance.
So, in terms of OPS plus, the White Sox were at 113 this year.
Mm-hmm.
The next team in the Central is Minnesota at 103. Then you had Kansas City at 92.
Where were the Indians?
86. They were actually a lot lower than I expected.
You're talking about OPS plus?
OPS plus.
And that's it? Just those two were above league average?
Minnesota and the White Sox, yep.
And what about the NL? My guess is none of them. Maybe the Cubs.
Minnesota and the White Sox.
That's still it?
The first NL Central team was the Cubs at 90.
I knew they were going to be the top. I still didn't think that they were going to be league average, though.
St. Louis, 90. Milwaukee, 88. Cincinnati, 87. And Pittsburgh, 74.
Yep, makes sense.
Listen, I'm not knocking Bauer, Darvish, Bieber, anything those guys did. I mean, regardless, you're still facing major league hitters. You're still facing pros. Okay, we're not counting them. We're not counting the Pirates. We're not counting the Tigers. Come on. Regardless,
I am.
I'm talking about when we say
they 74 to 84 is really not that big of a difference. It's really not that big of a difference. When you're talking about the worst team in the MLB this year, they were the only team not to hit 20 wins. The Pirates.
Right.
I get it. I think that you have to take what these guys did with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying. I mean, pretty much anybody. Fair. You kind of have to see what the hitting statistics were like for the Cy Young, and you have to look at what the pitching statistics were like for
batting titles and stuff.
For the MVP, Rookie of the Year, depending on which way you go. But you have to look via division.
I mean, you want to talk about division real quick in terms of on-base percentage as a whole. And this kind of correlates to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
On-base percentage, Atlanta led the league in 349.
Okay. Makes sense.
The Mets at 348.
Makes sense.
Yankees at 342.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the Phillies tied with the Yankees. Then you had the Dodgers at 338. Again, these are teams that won their wild card series and really made statements there.
Yeah.
Then you got the Padres further down at 333.
Mm-hmm.
The White Sox league average is 322.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at Minnesota 315, Cleveland 317. These are teams that could not get on base comparably.
Nope.
The worst playoff team was Houston at 312.
Yep.
And this is what we're talking about, where experience matters. And to shift it back to the playoffs and away from the Cy Young, it's that experience matters. These guys know how to hit in playoffs. They know what the playoffs mean. There may not be crowds. There may not be any of that stuff. They know that they need to elevate the game or their season's over.
Yeah. Win or go home.
I mean the Marlins. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm kind of iffy on the Astros personally, but maybe it's just my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
where they played a team that has been historically horrible in the playoffs since what, 2007?
Right.
No, Johan Santana's the last one to get a
right.
It might have been it's either 04 or 06. I forget. It's one of those 2 years. But either way, I mean, does that really mean much? I mean, they went out and played today. Whatever. We're not going to talk about that. Stick to the wild card.
I mean, the Twins' last series win. Their last series win. 2002 ALDS.
Yeah.
Against the A's, Billy Bean Moneyball. The last time they won a game, 04. ALDS against the Yankees. Listen, the Twins historically, they got swept in 06, swept in 09, swept in 10, lost by 4 in the wild card in 17, got swept last year by the Yankees.
Yep.
The Yankees just owned the Twins in the playoffs. It's that simple. But,
yep.
I mean, it's like that viral tweet, pain, if you're a Twins fan.
I mean, yeah. But did you see this? I think you actually sent it to me. The teams that have the best winning percentages when in the playoffs.
In the playoffs? Frozen?
Yes.
Best winning percentage in the playoffs. It was the Marlins. Undefeated ever. Hang on.
Yep.
Let's just talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
While we're on this topic.
This was by series, by the way.
Yeah, by series. The Marlins have never lost a playoff series in franchise history.
Ever.
They're playing the Braves in the ALD and NLDS. And by the way, it's the first time the division series is all divisional matchups too.
Oh shit, they are. Well, because it couldn't be possible before.
Right, unless it was a wild card kind of thing. Right,
no.
Central.
No, because of Central. Because there's no Central, there has to be 2 from
each side. Yeah. You're right. But either way, first time ever. It's really cool. Marlins. Well,
just because it's not been possible before, that's why it's first time ever. I'm just saying. So, kind of
the
cool.
Worst.
Not really.
You're the worst.
I'm just saying.
Marlins undefeated in postseason play in terms of series.
Ever.
And I feel like that's something that this Marlins team knows, and they're like looking forward to keeping that run going. That's a pretty cool stat to be a part of. Sixto looked great. He was the youngest playoff starter for the Marlins since Dontrelle Willis, and even Dontrelle Willis said, "Kid's better than me."
Yeah.
This is a Marlins team that could beat.
Sixto is
Filthy.
Just something else. He's otherworldly.
Yeah.
And he just so effortlessly. That's what's so beautiful about it. Just imagine JDF was on that team. Probably would have been traded away, but
yeah. But regardless, what else are we missing from the wild card?
Brewers and Dodgers.
It was not much of a series.
You think? I thought it was much better than it was supposed to be, than everybody else was thinking.
Let's talk about what you and I were talking about that one night. Kenley Jansen not look good.
Yeah, he
did not look good.
He was his average top velocity was 88.6, I think it was. And
I think you said he topped out like 88 or something like that.
It was top average.
Oh, wait.
So, or something like that. I don't know. He was topping out at 88 point something.
Which is not good for... Yeah, no, not good at all for a guy like him.
He was averaging, his average fastball velocity was, or cutter velocity, I assume, was 86 point something. I don't remember what it was exactly, but 86 point something. And that is marginally low for him, about 7 miles an hour low.
Yeah, that's a major red flag. And if I'm the Dodgers, I'm getting that checked out real quick before the division series because he's a guy you need in that bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, that bullpen has been nothing short of magical this year. They've restructured that pen 6 different ways to make it work, and what the Dodgers do with the pieces they bring in is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But Kenley Jansen's the guy you need at the back end. You're not going to be afraid of an 89-mile-an-hour cutter. It's not Mariano.
No. Dude, even Mariano was throwing harder than that.
He was throwing 92 at age 45, right? Or whatever
yeah,
however old he was.
Around there. Whatever it was.
Regardless, But he's not Mariano anyway.
No.
He's Kenley Jansen. He's a guy with a flat fastball. A cutter.
Yep.
And a changeup, I think. That's it, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he's a 3-pitch guy, but either way, he's not much to be afraid of if you down 6 or 7 ticks in your fastball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely red flag, something to watch in the division series.
Did he even pitch? Let's see. Yeah, he did. Pitched one inning in game 1. Scoreless, no hits, gave one walk and had 1 strikeout. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the Brewers did much better than anybody expected. The Dodgers
they held their own.
The fact that Brent Suter went 1 2/3, gave up 3 runs and 5 walks. If there's a legitimate pitcher there instead of him, and push him to the bullpen, right?
Right, a legitimate starter.
Yeah, a legitimate starter. Not these makeshift guys that the Brewers have been throwing out there. Besides,
and they've been succeeding with them.
And Brandon Woodruff, they've been very, very good. I trust them. And Corbin Burns, had he not been hurt, probably would have started.
Yeah.
But
and we'll be maybe looking at a different series too.
That's what I'm saying. If Corbin Burns starts this game 1, I think that there's a very good possibility because the Dodgers only ended up scoring 4 runs, 3 of them all off Brent Suter, and the Brewers scored 2 runs.
Right, we're looking at a 2-1 game going to the bullpen.
And we're talking about a Christian Yelich who's not Christian Yelich right now.
No, not at all.
So.
And then Kershaw pitched a gem game too.
Yeah.
I mean, real quick, Kershaw and Freeman, those 2 kids, not the players, the kids, are going to be problems.
Charlie
them,
squared.
Right? Charlie squared. They're going to be problems.
Yep.
But
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brusdar Graterol, the homie from Minnesota. He was in Minnesota.
And that's another thing. Year. Do you think that if he was in the Twins bullpen, we're looking at a different series with the Astros too?
No.
I know Maeda pitched a gem, and then without Graterol, there's no Maeda. But do you think we're looking at, without this trade, let's say hypothetically without the trade, with the Minnesota part, do you think we're looking at a different series in Minnesota?
No.
You think they still get
not
shellacked?
Maybe. Who gave up the runs? Let's see. Oh, wow. Only 1 earned run against the Twins in game 1. And 3 unearned. That's right. The error by Polanco.
Yep.
That should have ended the game. That's right.
Yeah.
That was just the baseball heavens fucking knocking that fucking ball out of who's playing? Arias plays second base.
Arias, yeah.
Yeah, Arias knocking that ball out of his fucking glove because they were like, Twins, you're not allowed to win.
No, it's playoffs. Come on.
So
you think they were winning?
So maybe because Romo came in the 9th. So maybe there's no runners that get on it regardless. Anyway, maybe there's no hits against Gratterwall.
We're looking at possibly a different series.
Yeah. By the way, 𝒑𝒂𝒂 might have the most underappreciated season.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Because and to touch on that, 𝒑𝒂𝒂 knew going to Minnesota, he knew they're gonna need to give him 6. All he needs is 6 innings. The stress of getting through 7 or 8 is not there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
They had Trevor May and guys in this bullpen who could piece together the final 3 innings.
Yeah, they got a nice bullpen. I like their bullpen.
So 𝒑𝒂𝒂 had a very stress-free, shall we say, season in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, not like it was any different with the Dodgers, though.
I guess.
I would say that this season was better than any season he had with the Dodgers.
Yeah, he had a great year.
Yeah.
And definitely, you're right, incredibly underappreciated. And one of the guys, I think,
top 10 Cy Young, easy.
I think Kenta 𝒑𝒂𝒂 is one of those guys that goes underappreciated league wide. Yeah. This guy is, he's a pitcher. He knows how to pitch.
He's Japanese. That's what they do.
That's an art form.
Yeah.
But throughout his career, he's been underappreciated, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's only been around he's been around a lot less than
5 like 4 or 5 years.
His debut was 2016.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, 5 seasons. Yeah, I thought that he was more like 2014.
2014, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
he's just an older guy.
Not really.
He's not 30?
No, he's 30. He's 32.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, he was 27, 28 when he got here.
Not that bad.
So.
But yeah, no, regardless, and going forward too, not only talking about the Dodgers Brewers series real quick, not only Corbin Burnes, but if Devin Williams is on the wildcard roster, we might look at a different dynamic in game 1.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what ifs in a season where it was more of an all that could go wrong will go wrong kind of feel.
Yeah.
The Brewers had all that could go wrong will go wrong happen to them.
Pretty much. Yeah, and they had what's his name? Hader. They had Hader going in the 5th in game 2. They had him relieve for Brandon Woodruff, which was a little crazy, but you know what? I still like the Brewers base of their team. I think that Arcia had a huge year.
Right, he proved himself.
Yeah, something that he needed to do. He hit 265 home runs, OPS of 734 for a shortstop that has a good glove, and he could swipe a few bags.
They lit the fire under his ass. He came running.
And obviously Keston Hiura is going to be very good, and we all know that Christian Yelich. I think that the injury was still playing a part in
I think so too.
in his season this year. He just didn't look comfortable at the plate entirely, and
because you got to remember he didn't have that full spring training to really rehab it and kind of get used to, and then it got cut short, and then
stop. Yep,
exactly.
So I think
that's a bigger issue.
I think next year we'll see Christian back to.
And hopefully we have a full year next year. That's my biggest concern is we don't have a full year next year.
I don't see why we wouldn't.
Listen, they've got the formula down. I think it's 41 of the last 42 days without a positive test
in the MLB
in Major League Baseball. So we're looking at a good spot right now.
You also have to realize it's half the teams, and now it's even less.
But again, we're in a good spot right now.
No, of course. I think that we'll have a full season. I think that fans will be back in the stadiums come opening day.
I would love to see that. I would love nothing more.
I don't see how.
Yeah, I would love that. I wouldn't mind paying for an overpriced Citi Field beer.
Just normality. Everyone wants it.
I know you don't drink anymore, but the $12 hot dog and fry combo, not the worst idea.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Brewers. I like them. I like the base of their team. I think that, and with David Stern at the helm as a GM, he's a very, very smart man.
Yeah. They've really built their team and their franchise even as a whole. Kind of the biggest thing to watch with them this year is gonna be if Josh Hader moves in the offseason, because his name has been brought up in trade talks the last 2 years at the deadline. I doubt he's gonna go anywhere. But you never know. There might be a team like the Twins pay a hefty price to lock down a bullpen and the playoff experience and all this and that. There's a lot of moving parts in the offseason.
Don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, I don't think so either. But I'm just saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I don't think
it's like Noah Syndergaard the past 2 years. It's a name to watch that could be on the move, but probably won't move.
Mm-hmm. I think that the only thing that they will do, might do, who knows? I don't even know what their top prospects list looks like, but the only thing that they might do is maybe go after a starting pitcher. I don't think they'll give up any pitcher. Yeah, a starting pitcher.
How about Bauer to Milwaukee?
Nope.
You're just like, no, not happening.
Nope. I think that he is beyond overrated. I think that
he's gonna get paid though.
Yeah, he will. Maybe
he's gonna get his.
Maybe 200 at most. I wouldn't even pay that.
Right, you and I were talking about what we'd give him, but that's another conversation later.
I just saying this, putting this out there as a Mets fan, I would rather bring back Marcus Stroman than bring in Trevor Bauer.
I can see that, but that's again another conversation later in the month.
And what did I say? What did I say right before I said that? I said right, one last thing.
One last thing, right? Exactly. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm just glad this playoff baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr. is making it exciting still. The Padres still being in it is exciting.
That bat
I was about to say that bat flip.
Godly.
Expect some merch with the bat flip looking on it. No, kidding. We might tease a little something with King Fernando.
We'll see.
Anyway, listen, I think they got starts they needed from the starting pitchers with the top two going down. The status of Lamet and Clevenger still uncertain for the NLDS. So that's something to keep an eye on. And just overall, it's going to be... I think that's going to be the series to watch. Instead of the Atlanta-Miami, that's going to be the series to watch. Padres-Dodgers.
Yeah, I guess so. I would say it would be more so if
Joe Kelly was there? Oh.
No. That would be great, though. If, what's it called? If Clevenger and Lamet were definitely going to be there, but we don't know that. So.
Wow, is Joe Kelly even healthy?
He's starting tomorrow.
Wow.
What's up?
Is Joe Kelly even healthy?
I don't know, honestly.
Did he ever serve his 8 games? Like, after that happened, we have heard nothing from Joe Kelly.
He's on the roster.
All right. So now I just want a Astros-Dodgers World Series with Joe Kelly.
Nah.
Would not oppose that.
I would.
Oh, the storylines would be crazy.
Well, that's because I don't want the Dodgers to ever win. I want them to stick in purgatory for the rest of forever.
Yeah, but as content creators, think about this.
But I can't ever let the Astros with that team win.
I get it. I mean, yeah.
And that would probably be the most watched game one, but then the rest of the series would be the least watched World Series of all time, in my opinion.
Okay, I respect that. I don't know. It's just something to think about.
You just like the Astros.
I do. I like that team. I do. I don't know why. I just do. It started with Craig Biggio, but
I did. I liked them.
No, you don't. I know.
All respect.
I know. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Miami and Atlanta is going to be an interesting series to watch as well, which we haven't really touched on.
There's not really much to touch on. Sandy Alcantara is going to outduel Max Fried tomorrow, badly. Jesus Aguilar is going to hit a 2-run double in the 3rd inning. And
all right, this is going to be scary if this all happens, but okay, because they're in Chris Davis.
And yeah, that's it. Max Fried's gonna last 4 innings. Sandy Alcantara is gonna go 4 2/3, and the rest of the game's just gonna go as is. Braves score 1. That's it. 2-1 win. Marlins.
All right. Interesting.
Marlins in 4.
I was about to ask, what do you think?
Marlins in 4.
Let's go with the 4 real quick. Marlins in 4. I got Braves in 4.
Yeah. Okay.
I want the Marlins to keep playing, but I just think the Braves are too good.
All right, we'll go to the second least exciting, I guess.
Padres Dodgers. Yeah, Padres Dodgers.
I wouldn't say that's second least, but anyway.
We'll stick in the NL.
Yeah, that's fine. Good idea. Padres 5.
Dodgers 5.
All right, so we're both opposite so far.
All right.
Astros.
Let's go to the AL. I like the A's. I like the Astros. I like the series. I'm going to go. Astros in 4.
I'm going A's in 4.
Yankees, Rays. What you got?
You go.
Yankees in 4.
Yankees in 3.
All righty.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So at least we agree on one thing. Yankees gonna win.
Yep,
like I said, I really want the Rays, as you could tell.
I like the Rays.
I like that team a lot.
I like the Yankees too. I hate their fans.
Yes.
Besides Chris Macca and the ones that are pleasant people. Probably a viewer right now. You're probably a pleasant person. Thank you for watching.
So go enjoy ring 27.5.
No, it's just, we'll call it like the Corona tournament.
Yeah, right.
2020. Yeah. Everyone just gets a participation trophy. Anybody who didn't get Corona
gets a
participation trophy. Anybody
Congrats,
who did,
you made it through the year.
Peace.
Yeah, that's my line.
Yeah, but that's my call.
I think that just about wraps it up for what we got. A very interesting wild card series. Yes. I liked how it was done. I don't know if I want to see expanded playoffs in the future, but I don't think we're gonna have much of a choice.
I'd like to see expanded playoffs.
Not to this magnitude.
No, to this magnitude.
I think that just about wraps it up for this edition of Take a Pitch. Mac and Hinden should be back next episode.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Hinden feel better?
Yes, Hinden had migraines tonight. Could not make it. Once again, go get your Take a Pitch merch. Fuck cancer. Hey, I'm plugging this shit, man. It's good stuff. Good cause.
Yeah. I put so much effort into it. You think I don't want it to be promoted? Come on.
Go get yours. Again, proceeds go to breast cancer research. It's for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yep. Got to write this episode. We also got our Tom Seaver stuff. Proceeds going to Alzheimer's and dementia research and stuff like that. So we got great charity options come up on the site. We got more coming soon to Take a Pitch, I guess, content sphere bubble. Mm-hmm. We got, right. Go to Padres bandwagon, get your Slam Diego. I cut out, didn't I?
Yep.
Right. Once again, if you're on the Padres bandwagon, get your Slam Diego gear. It's fire.
Yeah.
The camo shirts we did, they look great. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to wear a shirt, get a pillow. Get a sticker. We got stuff for you guys. We got stuff for everyone. We got socks.
Towels,
blankets. Exactly. We got it all. Go get yours. Everything. Link will be in the description for this episode. I think that's really it.
That's it.
That's it, right?
Yep.
He's Billy. I'm Max. This is Take a Pitch. I knew I was gonna freeze if I said it. Peace.